Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 6th through the 12th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And I knew that was going to happen. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Saggy. Saggy. Buck, buck, buck. Buck, buck, buck. Buck, buck, buck. Buck. Okay. The overall energy for the reading, the Hangman. Pretty cool energy because you're very, very present. You know, or you're trying to be very in the moment. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what we got. Okay, we're here with it. Let's see. You know, so you don't have to think about where it's going and what it's happening, all of that. Okay, nice energy. In the recent past, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, you're so cut off at some point. There's an energy of love and, you know, equal give and take. So it's something you, at some point, were emotionally invested in, and it was working out for you. Until at some moment in time, you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it anymore. I don't pass. I don't want any of that anymore. I'm good. Okay, I'm over it. Okay. In the current situation, the Star, the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands, there's a commitment here. There is love. There's not a lot of openness in the sense of, oh, I'm completely devoted to this 100%. It's like I'm devoted to this like 20%, you know. But it does look to be something that you want. You're like, okay, yeah, no. It's just you're not allowing yourself to fully open to this. Not yet, at least. But okay. In the immediate future, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. Ooh. This might take off. This might actually go places. This might start to shape into something. There's a foundation, potential for a foundation to be built here on whatever this is. Like, it's looking like it's going places, nice places. And you seem to be excited about it. You're like, oh man, I'm ready for the ride. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Hangman. The Three of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, something is shaping up for you. Something is happening. Something is... I'm not sure if I'm looking at the beginning of this right now, or... it's looking like it's something that carries progress over it. Like it's something that's building slowly but surely into something. And you're invested here. You're like, yeah, you're with it. You're present with it. Again, as far as your heart is concerned, it's not looking like it's at 100% level of openness, but it's probably because it's new. It's, you know, and if it's not new in the sense of the person is not new, I think your approach is new, you know, to how you're kind of engaging here in the situation. But it's looking like it's going places, good places, or at least that's how it feels for now. All right, let's do the Eight of Cups in the recent past, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords. Okay, now whatever that was in the past, you're kind of looking like, yeah, no, I was invested. I was there with it. Yeah, I was there. No, I don't see you taking it too serious, you know, from the get-go. Kind of like, it's fun. It's fun. That's all there is to the situation for me. I'm here because it's fun, you know. And then it wasn't fun anymore. Then it was like, well, it's not fun anymore, so I'm good. Okay, so this was something that was trying to come together, but no, it was just not a match there in the you know, in the frequencies of whatever this is. It's just, no. It looked like it could be, I think it presented itself exactly like that. Like, this is it for sure. But as far as your investment goes in it, while you're telling me, no, I was there with it, no, you're coming from an angle of, I'm just going to have a little fun here, you know? So it's not an actual investment, but it did look like it carried the potential of, this is it. This is nice. This is going to go places for sure. Yeah. Let's do the Six of Pentacles in the recent past. Oh my. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Hangman. Is that... Wait. I think we're on the same topic here. I think it's playing out... Okay, so this might have started for you as... Let's have fun. Let's see where things go. And then I see the commitment aspect to it. It's starting to play out. It's starting to reveal itself in the physical. And at some point, I kind of see you going with the flow. Like, okay, yeah, let's see where this is going. Let's, you know. But your investment level is still not at 100% here, even though on the surface it looks like it is. No, I think you just started, again, from just trying to have fun with it. And then it grew into something. And then you're like, okay, you know what? Let me just be present with this. Let me see where it's at. Let me see where it wants to go. But that's the thing, is it started shaping into commitment. It started revealing itself as, okay, yeah, you're committing to this. You're showing up from a sense of, yeah, it's just fun for me to, yeah, no, I'll go with this. I'll see where this leads. It makes sense that I'm here. So you started all of a sudden just being present with whatever the situation was, and it did bring you out more and more, in the sense of, because if you wouldn't have felt nothing there, you wouldn't have went along with this kind of going into the direction of commitment. So you did. Then what the hell? I think you started off on the, on that side of things of, it's nothing, it's not important, and then it grew on you or something, and then it started to shape into something. Let me do the Star in the current situation, the Six of Wands, the Hermit, the Three of Wands. You're on a personal healing path too. As the situation is progressing, so are you. I don't even think it's intentional. I don't think it's, oh yeah, because I decided one day that I'm just going to jump into these very deeply healing energies. But I think the minute you started kind of going with the flow and just being present with everything, that is, you stepped into quite the healing energies for yourself. And I think it's all of that is running parallel with what's going on in this connection. And in all honesty, I'm seeing beautiful things going on. I don't see you willing to open up 100% to it, though. Not yet. Maybe it's part of your healing process. But I still see you present here. And I still see you, like you changed tactics at some point. You're almost starting from an immature way of looking at, like, whatever, fun. And then it went into, you know what, fuck it, let me just experience this from the angle of being 100% present, with it. And I think it led you back to you to some extent, but then it feels good. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? I think you changed tactics at some point. And I think it led you places that you didn't even expect. For the Page of Cups, you get the Moon, the Star, the Six of Swords. You're scared. You're scared to be happy. You're scared to allow yourself to be happy. That's why you're not opening up 100%. You have a limitation there. It's like if you were to open up, you would achieve your goals here, your heart's desire, you would be happy and all of that. And you're like, ooh, what is that? No. So you have a limiting belief there surrounding your happiness. You're not allowing yourself to be happy fully. it could stem from, you've been hurt in the past, so you're never going to open up your heart ever again 100%, because, that happened. Or you telling yourself, somewhere subconsciously, I don't deserve happiness. Happiness is not for me. It's for others, not for me. Yeah, there's some things that are opening up for you there. But the first reaction I'm seeing is, to your heart's desire, you turn your back to it, from an energetic standpoint. And I'm like, oopsie, busted. You're scared. You're scared to be happy. You're scared to allow yourself to be happy. Okay, so that's why. Because this carries happiness. This carries love and happiness and all of that. And I'm like, why are you not opening up to it? Oh, okay. Now I know. 4 of Wands. In the current situation, you get the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Look, it's work in progress. As I said, this also opened up quite the journey for you, the healing journey. So this is going to be one of the aspects that's going to pass through that journey for you. Your own fears, your own limiting beliefs of not allowing yourself to be happy. So you're kind of showing up like that. Like, I'm trying my best to be as honest and as open as I can with what I got. And as I work on myself, as I go. So it's kind of work in progress from what you're telling me here. And you're also telling me you're acknowledging that you're not 100% open to this, even though you want to. You got stuff in the way. That's why you're not. But that's something that, again, because this healing process has opened up for you too, when you decided to open up to this, even if not 100%, you might actually work on these things as you go. For the Queen of Wands, you get the Fool, the Tower, the 7 of Wands. You keep on coming in with these scenarios of, God forbid I would allow myself to feel 100% happy. God forbid I would do that. Because who knows what the fuck is going to happen. The end of the world is going to happen if I do that. Yeah, that's what you tell yourself to keep yourself from being happy. But the end of the world is not going to happen if you allow yourself to be happy. I can tell you that for sure. Now you have to tell yourself that, because it's not. And then you have other problems. It's like, well, if the end of the world is going to happen, I'm going to have to do something to prevent that from happening. So now I'm going to have to become this superhero or something that fucking stops that. And then, so you're creating this whole nice superhero story, but at the end of the day, I don't think the end of the world is going to happen if you're going to allow yourself to be happy. I don't think so. But you have to reach that place that forbids you to be happy within you, and you have to work through that and transmute that. Invite it the fuck out, because it's like, we don't have time for that shit. We need to be happy here. For the 10 of Pentacles, you get the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords. You're working on it. You're working on it. And there's something that shows up in your stability that you seem to be quite there with it and engaged with whatever this is. And I see you at some point backing away from it. Now, from where I'm sitting, it almost looks like a little bit of exhaustion, a little bit like, try to not run this to the point of burnout. When you feel that, because it's, again, this has to do with your stability, and I see you emotionally involved, physically involved, so you're in there with everything you got. But at some point in your energy, there seems to be a little bit of backing away from it. And the only time that would make sense is if you need some rest, need a little bit of a break or something. Like, try to listen to yourself as you start backing away. So give yourself a little bit of time away from this. It's not going to disrupt it. It's not going to, it's not going to do anything to you. It's going to wait for you. But if you don't, you're going to end up in a place of burnout for whatever this is. And I wouldn't advise. For the Chariot, in the immediate future, you get the 9 of Swords, the Magician, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, you're showing me a partnership here. that is somehow tied up to you. It could be this commitment that I'm looking at. But you're saying it's going through a little bit of challenging time, and while it's going through that challenging time, you're trying to manifest good things over it. The universe is kind of showing up at the end of all of that and saying, hey, this is going to go where it's supposed to go. You know, so your manifestation is not necessarily going to direct us into a better place or a not so challenging place. The universe is still responding to that, to it's going to go where it needs to go. You know, whatever the fuck that means. But I do see some challenging times coming up, and you're trying your best to manifest a good outcome despite those challenges. And the universe is kind of responding, yeah, it's going to have the outcome that it needs to have. You know? So it's like you can't direct the course of where that's going, this connection with its challenges. So, you know, just keep that in mind. The universe is there, knowing where this is going, reassuring you that it's going to go where it needs to go. Let me see what the universe has for you as a final advice. The Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, the King of Cups. Okay, well, universe, you're kind of tricky here. Because the universe is like, you know, the challenges and everything that's going to come along the way, they're going to be felt as challenges or felt as, you know, hard times for whatever this is. Because, again, you're not looking to be 100% open to this quite yet. And even though it's work in progress, there is almost a hint from the universe saying here, if you were to be open, you would overcome pretty much any challenge comes your way here. You know? So it's not necessarily kind of poking at you and saying, hey, why the fuck aren't you open to this? It's saying, hey, that's important. That's an important aspect to this connection, to show up, you know, with your heart open as much as you can, because that'll help you navigate through the challenges, you know, in a little bit of a smoother way. So, okay. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.